Hey there, coin collectors and history enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel, where we explore fascinating numismatic stories and uncover hidden treasures. Today, we've got a real gem for you, a story about a 1-cent coin from 1996 that might be worth a lot more than you think. We're talking about a coin that could potentially be worth up to $15 million. Yes, you heard that right, $15 million. But how is this even possible for a humble penny? Stick around as we dive into the incredible history and potential value of the 1996 1-cent coin. So, let's start with the basics. The 1996 1-cent coin, or penny, was minted during a pretty standard year for US coins. As you can see, it has the usual design, Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front, with the words "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year 1996. On the reverse side, we have the famous Lincoln Memorial, with the Pluribus Unum and United States of America surrounding it. Nothing too extraordinary, right? These pennies were minted by the billions, and unless you're a serious collector, they're worth exactly 1 cent, just like the ones you find in your pocket change. But what makes the 1996 penny so special? Well, the answer lies in a rare mistake made during the minting process. You see, the 1996 1-cent coin came in two varieties, one with a wide AM and one with a narrow AM. The difference is in the spacing between the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side of the coin. Most 1996 pennies have the narrow AM variety, where the letters are very close together. But a small number of 1996 pennies were struck with a wide AM variety, where the letters are noticeably farther apart. This small difference is a result of a mistake at the US Mint, and it makes the wide AM variety extremely rare. If you find one of these 1996 wide AM pennies, you could be holding a coin that's worth much more than its face value of just 1 cent. In fact, some of these rare coins have sold for tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. There have been rumors and even stories circulating that a 1996 wide AM penny could be worth as much as $15 million. But how could a single penny, especially one that was originally worth just a cent, end up being worth such an astronomical amount of money? The truth is, the story of the $15 million penny is a bit of a mystery. No single 1996 wide AM penny has officially been sold for that much, but some highly sought-after rare coins in similar circumstances have fetched incredible prices. For instance, the famous 1943 copper penny, which was accidentally minted in copper instead of steel, has sold for over $1 million in some cases. But the idea of a 1996 penny reaching $15 million could be based on speculation, rarity, and the sheer potential demand for this elusive coin. That said, there are confirmed cases of 1996 wide AM pennies being sold for between $20,000 and $40,000 in auction houses. The reason for this high value is simple: rarity. Experts believe that only a few hundred, if not fewer, of these 1996 wide AM pennies exist, making them a highly desirable item for collectors. So, could a 1996 wide AM penny eventually sell for $15 million? Well, while it's unlikely, we can't completely rule out the possibility, especially if one were to come to market under the right circumstances or if demand from collectors increases dramatically in the future. Now, if you're wondering how to tell if your 1996 penny is a wide AM, don't worry. It's actually pretty simple to identify. Here's what you need to look for. Examine the reverse. Look closely at the word America on the back of the coin. Focus on the space between the and the M. Wide AM versus narrow AM. On a wide AM penny, there will be a noticeable gap between the and M. On a narrow AM penny, the letters will almost touch or be very close together. Check for other features. Aside from the spacing, the wide AM penny might also have slightly different details in terms of the fonts used for the letters. Once you've identified a wide AM penny, it's a good idea to take it to a professional coin grader for an official evaluation. They'll confirm whether the coin is genuine and assess its condition, which can drastically impact its value. The value of a coin is determined by several factors: rarity, demand, condition, and historical significance. In the case of the 1996 wide AM penny, its rarity is the primary driver of value. Coins like this are highly sought after by serious collectors, and the market for rare pennies has grown in recent years. Rare coins also become valuable because they're finite. Once they're gone, they can't be recreated. This scarcity, paired with the historical or accidental nature of their creation, makes them highly desirable in the world of numismatics. So, what should you do if you find a 1996 wide AM penny in your collection or your change jar? First, don't spend it. Hold on to it, and consider having it graded by a professional to determine its authenticity and value. With the potential for it to be worth tens of thousands of dollars, or possibly more, this could be your ticket to a big payday. Remember, while the dream of finding a $15 million penny might seem far-fetched, even a small mistake at the mint can lead to an amazing treasure. If you're a coin collector or just someone who loves learning about history, this is one of those stories that shows how the world of coins can be full of surprises. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about rare coins and their incredible value. Who knows, maybe your next coin could be worth millions. See you next time. Next. Hey everyone! If you're a coin collector, a numismatist, or just someone who loves interesting pieces of history, today's episode is one you definitely don't want to miss. We're talking about a coin that might just be sitting in your spare change right now, the 1998 1-cent coin. And this isn't just any ordinary penny. No, this particular penny could be worth a mind-blowing $31 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, let's dive in and find out why this tiny, humble coin is worth so much and the incredible story behind it. Stay tuned till the end for a twist you won't expect. The 1998 D penny is part of the familiar series of Lincoln Memorial pennies that were produced by the United States Mint. The D mint mark indicates that it was minted in Denver, Colorado, which is where a large portion of the nation's coins are made. In 1998, over 4.5 billion pennies were struck at the Denver Mint, meaning that, on the surface, this coin appears just like any other 1-cent piece from that time period. After all, its face value is still just 1 cent. To understand why this penny is so special, we need to take a quick trip through history. The penny has been in circulation since 1793, but it wasn't until 1909 that the famous image of Abraham Lincoln appeared on the front of the coin. This was the first time a real person had been depicted on U.S. coinage. The reverse side of the penny initially showed 2 stalks of wheat, but in 1959, the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial, which is what we see today. Now, let's fast forward to the late 1990s. By this time, the U.S. Mint had switched to using more modern production techniques, including higher precision in striking and handling the metal. However, these advancements would inadvertently set the stage for something that wasn't anticipated at the time. Something that would change the future of this humble 1-cent piece. Here's where things get really interesting. In 1998, a small number of pennies were minted with a serious mistake. The issue? A rare, very subtle error occurred during the minting process, and it wasn't detected until years later. This was no ordinary misprint, though. It was a double die obverse error. That means the die used to strike the coin was mistakenly stamped twice, causing a subtle but crucial misalignment of the image. To the naked eye, these coins look like any regular penny, but under close inspection, this slight anomaly makes all the difference. You can't tell right away, but this double die error means the coin isn't just a regular 1998 penny. The mistake creates a visual distortion in the lettering and the image of Lincoln himself. Only a few of these coins were struck, and because of the rarity of the error, this particular coin has become one of the most sought-after and valuable pennies in the entire numismatic world. So, why is this 1998 D penny worth such an insane amount of money? Well, for a coin to be truly valuable, it needs a combination of rarity, demand, and the right kind of error. With the 1998 D double-die penny, all 3 elements are in play. Let's break it down. While billions of pennies were struck in 1998, only a small handful of these double-die error coins were created. The exact number of these rare coins is still unknown, but estimates suggest fewer than a dozen of these error coins exist today. Numismatists and serious coin collectors are always on the lookout for rare coins, especially those with significant errors. Collectors who specialize in modern coins consider this 1998 D penny a holy grail because of its rarity and historical significance. Double die errors are highly sought after because they are so rare in modern minting. The fact that the error occurred on such a high mintage coin like the 1998 penny only adds to its mystique. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping value of this coin. In 2008, one of these rare 1998 D double-die pennies was sold at a prestigious auction for an incredible $31 million. Yes, you heard that right, $31 million for a penny. To put it into perspective, that's enough to buy a mansion, a luxury car, or even start your own business. But how did this happen? The auction house that handled the sale of this coin described it as a once-in-a-lifetime event, and it caused quite a stir in the numismatic world. Many collectors had been searching for this elusive coin for years, and the buyer who managed to snag it understood the incredible significance of owning a piece of American history. And while it may seem unbelievable, this is the kind of money that rare error coins can command in today's marketplace. So, now that you know about the value and rarity of this coin, the big question is, how can you tell if you've found one of these rare 1998 D double-die pennies? Well, the good news is, it's actually easier than you might think. Here's what you should look for. Examine the lettering. The most noticeable sign of a double-die error is a distortion in the lettering around Abraham Lincoln's portrait. The words Liberty and the date 1998 are usually the most affected, showing doubled or blurry details. Check the Lincoln portrait. Look closely at Lincoln's profile. A double-die error can cause his image to appear slightly blurry or doubled. Use a magnifying glass. The mistake is subtle, so a magnifying glass or even a jeweler's loupe will help you identify the error more easily. So, there you have it. The amazing story of the 1998 D 1-cent coin that could be worth up to $31 million. While it might seem too good to be true, the world of rare coins is full of surprises, and this little penny is a perfect example of just how valuable a small mistake can be. So, next time you're digging through your spare change, take a close look at those pennies. Who knows? You might just have a $31 million gem sitting in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an episode. And of course, leave a comment down below. Do you think you have a rare 1998 D penny? Or have you ever found a coin that turned out to be worth a fortune? Let us know! Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting! Last. Hey everyone! Today, we've got an incredible story for all the coin collectors, history buffs, and even casual fans of rare treasures. You won't believe it when we talk about the astonishing value of a 1997 D penny, one that could be worth $38 million. That's right, folks. This 1-cent coin could make you a fortune. Stick around as we break down its value, history, and why this penny is unlike any other in the US mint's history. Now I know what you're probably thinking. A 1997 penny? Worth millions? This has got to be some sort of joke. But trust me, it's real. Before we dive into why this coin is so special, let's take a moment to appreciate the history and value of pennies in general. The penny, the smallest denomination of US currency, has been around for centuries. It was first introduced in 1793 and has undergone numerous design changes over the years. Today, we mostly see the famous Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse side of the coin, which has been in use since 1959. But despite its long history, pennies have remained the least valuable coin in circulation, worth just 1 cent. Throughout the years, pennies have been minted with several different designs, including the wheat cent, the Indian head cent, and of course, the Lincoln cent. But not all pennies are created equal, some are rare, and a select few can be worth far more than their face value. Now, let's talk about that elusive 1997 D penny. You're probably familiar with the basic look of this coin, Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, in this case, What makes the 1997 D penny different from all the others is an incredibly rare flaw that makes it one of the most valuable coins in the world. Let's break it down. The D mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, which is where this particular penny was struck. Normally, a penny produced at the Denver Mint would have the D mint mark, which you'll find on the reverse of the coin near the bottom right corner. But in this case, there's something very unique about a select few 1997 D pennies. There was an extremely rare error with some of these coins, a double die obverse error. This means that the design on the coin was struck more than once, creating a doubling effect on parts of the lettering, most notably on the word Liberty and the date 1997. The result? A coin that is nearly identical to a regular penny but with subtle yet noticeable differences that make it incredibly valuable. So, why is this error penny worth millions? Well, the rarity of this particular minting flaw makes it a one-of-a-kind treasure for collectors. In fact, only a very small number of these double-die 1997 D pennies were ever produced, and fewer have survived in good condition over the years. Collectors go crazy over these types of errors because they're not something you come across every day. In fact, the last one to be sold was valued at a staggering $38 million. Can you imagine finding a penny and realizing it's worth that much money? It's like winning the lottery. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these ultra-rare 1997 D pennies? It's not as easy as just picking up any old penny. Here's what to look for. First, examine the word Liberty and the date 1997 very closely. If you see any doubling or a slight shift in the design, that could be a sign of the double die error. Next, check the other details on the obverse of the coin for any signs of doubling, particularly around the letters and numbers. Most importantly, if you find one of these coins, make sure to get it authenticated by a professional. The last thing you want is to find out your 1997 D penny isn't the real deal after you've already spent it or tried to sell it. Now, even if you find one of these rare double die pennies, its value can also depend on its condition. Coin grading is critical when determining how much a coin is worth. A penny in mint state with no visible wear could fetch a much higher price than one that's heavily worn or damaged. So, if you think you've found a rare 1997 D penny, make sure it's properly graded. Coins in excellent condition, graded as MS65 or higher, are worth significantly more. And it's not just the 1997 D penny that has collectors drooling. There are tons of other rare coins out there worth millions, coins like the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, the 1804 silver dollar, and the 1933 Double Eagle gold coin, which sold for over $18 million in recent years. The world of coin collecting is filled with hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. So, there you have it, folks. The 1997 D penny, worth $38 million. Who would have thought a simple 1-cent coin could have such a jaw-dropping value? If you're a collector, it might be time to dig through your change jar and see what's hiding there. And remember, if you find something incredible, make sure to get it authenticated and graded. Who knows? You could be holding the next big lottery-winning coin. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and share this with your friends. Who knows? Maybe one of them has the next big find in their pocket. Until next time, happy collecting!